Peace, family. You Coolin with the Completist, and yes, today is a good night, man. This is the aftermath of Thanksgiving. I couldn't do a Thanksgiving episode yesterday. It was yesterday was just too chaotic, man. I'm sorry for that, family. But either way, I wish y'all happy holidays. Hope y'all ate good. Hope y'all got some good leftovers. Hope y'all had some nice family time. And right before this holiday break, we had Wakanda Forever. You know what I'm saying? Had Wakanda Forever come out. It was a beautiful film. Um, I had my issues with it, especially considering the circumstances. The fact that it was made during COVID and the fact that we lost the life of Chadwick Boseman at the time, who was the lead actor of the movie and character for Black Panther. So today I just want to, just want to just chop it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Just want to go into it a little bit. I'm sure that a lot of people have seen it so far. It's been out for almost 3 weeks now. And yeah, there's just some things that I want to touch on. There's some things I want to touch on. And plus I want to talk about some future news for this end of the quarter of the year, some films that are coming out and things of that nature. Just want to discuss it with you, family. But first and foremost, I want to say that the film Black Panther Wakanda Forever was a good film. I honestly didn't know in the beginning, especially when they was giving all the announcements all the time the past 3 years, you know what I'm saying, up to this point. I was especially when my man Bosman had passed away. It was a conflicting time, man, because for people who are fans of Black Panther, you know what I'm saying, and who you know, always wanted a movie, you know what I'm saying, who just basically just buffs of the character in the lore in the world. We always wanted to see Black Panther. I mean, me personally, I'm just gonna speak for myself. I ain't gonna speak for everybody else. But for myself, I wanted to see Black Panther. I wanted to see a black superhero and king, you know what I'm saying, be represented on film and just shown to us. Cause I just want y'all to understand, when we read in comic books, man, especially back then, there wasn't a lot of black kids reading Black Panther. I'm just going to put that out there. It wasn't. It wasn't a lot of people reading Black Panther back then. Yeah, it had a small little fan base, had its core fan base or whatever, but the number now compared to then is crazy. It's way different. Way different. And I just want y'all to understand that, for the people like the core fans of Black Panther, we always wanted this. We always wanted Black Panther versus Namor because, like I said before, it's an ultimate rivalry. We always wanted to see, just just the simple fact that it's a nation, a black nation that is well and overly advanced, more advanced than anybody else on the planet. And then it shows that this same nation still has issues. You know what I'm saying? It still has issues. You can't be mad, when, this type of storytelling is being told. You know what I'm saying? I mean, just in my opinion, it was some of the best stories, you know what I'm saying, for me. And I said also before that the MCU isn't the 616, so it's nowhere near the same. There are a lot of big differences in a lot of the movies, especially in Wakanda Forever, introducing Namor and the Atlanteans or the Talokan, however you want to put it. And there was a lot of big differences, you know what I mean? And they kind of meshed a few stories together. And like I said, it wasn't, for me, it was fine. I don't have no issue with it. I'm gonna go more into the more social and news part of it in a minute, but right now I'm gonna give my review. For me, the film Wakanda Forever was a good, I said between a good 7.5 and 8. But it's not an 8, but it's between. There's somewhere in there. Simply because the visuals were great. Costumes and makeup, Acting, good. The only thing that was wrong for real was some of the inconsistencies in the story. And we can really get into that a little bit later. But all in all, it was a good story. The action was top notch. The shit that they showed us was good. You know what I mean? Now, some of the issues that I've heard, was that there wasn't where were all the men? Where were all it was just about women. You know what I'm saying? It was basically pandering to women in a way, pandering to women, which I can see from tunnel vised, one-minded standpoint. I can understand it because at the end of the day, you don't see nearly as many men in this movie as you've seen in the first one. I agree. But the issue is that motherfuckers don't take shit into account. Don't take shit into account. Like the fact that the Wakandans, you know what I'm saying, had just fought. They fought before in the first film. They had a civil war. You know what I'm saying? They had a civil war where some people died. Then you had the Avengers, Guardians of the Galaxy, Thor. You have everybody in. It was just a world issue. But you had a world conquering power coming to Wakanda to come and get Infinity Stone. Mind you, that they weren't even that wasn't even theirs. It was just a part of the Avengers. One of the Avengers was there. You feel what I'm saying? So it wasn't even theirs. So they was really protecting the Avengers. They was protecting Vision. You know what I'm saying? They had a common goal, which we can all understand, right? And then you have Thanos have the world conquering power coming to Wakanda, basically killing, going through everybody. You know what I'm saying? Just going through everybody. Then you got you have Thanos minions, you know what I'm saying, who are damn near OP for themselves. Let's just be honest, bro. Wakanda took a hit when Thanos got there, bro. They took a hit. And honestly, I'm gonna need to watch the film again, you know what I'm saying, to actually see if they pinpointed the time frame, you know what I'm saying, of when this film actually took place. Because this honestly could have also been when the snap took place. The snap could still be happening right then and there in the movie time. You feel what I'm saying? There are like 2 or 3 things that happen in Wakanda which can explain the deficit, you know what I'm saying, of men in patrol in Wakanda. But we all know that the Dora Milaje, you know what I'm saying, are the elite warriors of the country. That's what they are. They are the elite warriors of the country. And we know that the men of Wakanda are normally like the border patrol, security, police, you know what I'm saying? Things like that. And who is protecting the queen? Who's protecting the royalty? We already know the Dora Milaje is. They are the ones protecting the royalty. And the problem is that when you have ultimate power underneath you, and you didn't even know it, and they have the same level of power as you. Mind you, you're already crippled. That was really what the film was about. Wakanda being in disarray. Their whole system just getting fucked up. Their whole system. Like you have to. They're showing Wakanda being grounded a little bit. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, they are a superpower of the world. They did shut themselves off from the whole world. So when you shut yourself off, you shutting yourself off from help too, which is fine. But I'm just don't want people to get shit fucked up. The writing for this film was good. Everything that we really had questions about, you can have them answered. You can have them answered. Now, the parts of the movie that really didn't stick with me, didn't really get with me, was Riri Williams, and that's kind of sad because I like Riri Williams. I think that she's a dope character. But the girl who played her, I don't know. I just really didn't. I wasn't digging. I just wasn't digging. Um, some of the scenes just didn't really get with me. Now, not saying that she did a terrible job, because then I'll be lying. But she did a decent job, but it just didn't grasp me like I wanted it to. The costume design for her first, suit was, technically not the first suit, but the suit that the Wakandans helped her, create, or Shuri. I didn't like the design. I thought it was cool, especially for kids, Kids, they don't care. They just want to see something shiny and metallic. But it reminded me of a few characters, like Kamen Rider and Transformers, It reminded me of different shit. But it just didn't, I don't know, it just didn't grasp me like that. But yeah, I wanted them to do it better. I wanted them to recast T'Challa. Everybody knows this already. I wanted T'Challa to be in the film. It was very emotional in the beginning, very sad. Talking about the passing of Chadwick Boseman and T'Challa. As soon as people found out about it, they start sending, their protector was gone, so they start sending motherfuckers to Wakanda to try to steal shit. This is what I mean when I say that you can't really give people an inch, because then they'll try to take a mile. I was against him giving out the technology in the first place. But either way, that's what's happening. Queen Ramona, she wasn't playing. Wakanda don't play. I want people to understand this. They really have took a step back from Wakanda's, their whole way of being, their system. They don't allow motherfuckers into Wakanda. They don't. Even though T'Challa, said that we'll help give aid, we'll give some of our technologies out. That don't mean we still letting motherfuckers up in here. That's not what that means. That's not what it means. So when we have people on the internet talking about, oh, why didn't the Avengers, or anybody attend T'Challa's funeral? For one, nobody knew about the funeral. They didn't want nobody to know about the funeral. And even still, they probably wouldn't even be able to get in to attend it. Xenophobia, whatever you want to call it, it is what it is. We know how they operate. They're not the only nation in Marvel that operates that way, so I need people to stop acting like they are. You have, Atlantis, or Talokan, with Namor. You have Lemuria, You have Olympia. You have places, that people just aren't allowed, and they will get hostile with you for just showing up out of nowhere. Now, in the movie, you have Namor, and in the comic books, Atlantis isn't the only nation that Black Panther has to, basically has accounts with. You know what I'm saying? When you talk about Lemuria, I just brought up Lemuria, they ran by the deviant race, created by the Celestials or whatever the case may be. They have a kingdom underwater, basically next door to Atlantis, for real. And yeah, sometimes they worked with Atlantis and were allies with Atlantis, but sometimes they were enemies. And they were enemies with Wakanda. You know what I'm saying? So I could kind of saw how they meshed that a little bit. But they didn't add that. They didn't add that part. Another part that I was kind of sad about was the fact that they didn't add the plot with Atuma. You know what I'm saying? In the comics and in the TV shows and animations, Atuma is a villain. Atuma is Namor's half brother, I believe. Yeah, half brother, step brother, something like that. And they, was beefing. Atuma believes he's the rightful heir to the throne. He should be the king. I felt like they should have added that to the plot of the movie. They didn't. I do feel like, because they didn't show Shuri do any training. I'm about to school y'all on some Black Panther comic shit real fast. In the comics, T'Challa was more of the genius. He was the brain, the nerd. You feel what I'm saying? He was more of that. Yeah, he was a warrior. Yeah, he had them hands. But no, he was the smarts. Shuri was the actual warrior. Like, she was a warrior. Yeah, he taught her some shit, academically, but no, she was the fighter, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, probably more of a fighter than him. Now, in the movies, they did not show us her train at all. I expected to at least see her training during her mourning or during her little hiatus or whatever, something. Now, this is for all the people that act like I don't give any type of negative reviews on shit, especially films that I feel like are good. These are my issues with the film. I mean, these are my issues. But all in all, the films were good. Then they gave us the Midnight Angel armor. Beautiful. That shit was beautiful. And Baku was one. I didn't really like him in the first film, but I liked him in the second one because they're showing how. Remember, I said in my one episode how the MCU are making villains in the comics more so, like anti-heroes or redeeming them in some type of way, But in the comics, in Baku, what I'm saying, like towards like the end, like in coach runs and stuff like that. And Baku isn't a villain; he's an ally, and he's like an advisor to T'Challa and Shuri. And it's fine, what I'm saying, that they made it that way in the film, what I'm saying, because Shuri don't know what the fuck she doing. She don't. And I'm not gonna spoil the whole movie just in case there's a lot of people that haven't seen it. So I'm gonna tell you great key details, but she don't know what the fuck she doing. And honestly, she didn't have the means or resources to be taught. So, M'Baku being a leader and basically a king of his goddamn people, he did it. And he did it in the name of T'Challa because that's what T'Challa wanted him to do. Real niggas do real shit. But yeah, man, I thought that it was a good film, definitely. I think it's a good film, man. You can't, just you gotta love the fact that they still had brought, the whole rivalry between a Black Panther and Namor. You know what I'm saying? Like the intensity was still real. You know what I'm saying? The intensity was still real as fuck. Anybody who seen the movie, you still feel it. You know what I'm saying? You still feel it, especially if you read the comics. You feel it. You know what I'm saying? A little bit. You get a little glimpse back to when you read that comic. But now, you know what I'm saying? We getting something crazy. You know what I'm saying? Next year, January 11th, you know what I'm saying? My man T'Challa, is going to be teaming up with Namor. If anybody has been watching, anybody has been reading the current Black Panther run, T'Challa is not the king, and he is exiled from Wakanda right now. And in this new comic book, T'Challa and Namor are going to be teaming up, and they're going to be fighting against the Avengers, y'all. Hey, man, I can't wait to see that shit. That shit going to be crazy, boy. But just let y'all know. You know what I mean? But, yeah, man. There's a lot that the MCU can do, and we ain't got little glimpses and shit. You know what I'm saying of Doom coming into the picture. You know what I'm saying? Then we already got Norman Osborn. We got Loki. You know what I'm saying? We gonna get the X-Men eventually. So that means we're gonna get Emma Frost. And we getting the Hood. The Hood is supposed to be is gonna be in the Ironheart series. That's right. I talked about the Ironheart series before. The Ironheart series that's coming out, the Hood is gonna be the antagonist in that series. And after all that is done, we can get the Cabal. The Cabal is a crazy group. You know what I'm saying? And we already got the Illuminati. We got the Illuminati and Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness. This was their counter to the Illuminati. You know what I mean? So it's like, and the Skrulls was out. They were fighting against the Skrulls, and we getting that secret war coming. Hey, I'm not the first. I'm probably not the first that y'all gonna hear this from, but I just made all the connections right there. But all in all, man, it was a good movie. I felt like it was a great movie, man. I watch it again, definitely. There was a lot of emotion. The actors did a good job. Namor damn near stole a show. The way that a lot of shit was explained. There was a lot of feats. There was a lot of references. Visuals was good. There was some inconsistencies in the writing. You know what I'm saying? But all in all, it was a good movie, man. And I think that everybody should go see that. You know, yeah. Yeah, and it's real though, man. And also, the Hulk 2021 is coming out February 15th, man. Issue 12 dropping. My man is like a king god in this shit. So we gonna see how that go. But either way, man, the Black Panther, I just want y'all to just try to understand, especially for people who are asking questions about the film. If you asking questions about the film, just go back and watch, man. Just go back and watch. Just pay attention. They answer a lot of the shit for you. There's a lot of people that's upset because, you know, a lot of women in the movie, you know, and I just feel like this is what they had to. This is what I felt like they had to do. Now we want them to recast T'Challa, you know, but obviously that just wasn't an option for them. So fuck it, we can't talk about that no more. But the route that they went was fine. It was fine. Didn't have nothing wrong with it, and there's answers out there for you for why there are a lack of men. You know what I'm saying, in uniform in Wakanda. Like literally, y'all have to understand. Literally, M'Baku and the Jabari tribe had to come down from the mountains, nigga. Had to come down from the mountains and help do security for Wakanda. Like, I don't think y'all understand. The Jabari tribe, they stayed in the mountains. They didn't get in Wakanda shit. But they knew that Wakanda wasn't being protected because there is no Black Panther and most of the people are dead. So that is showing you that their numbers have dwindled immensely, crazily. Come on, y'all. Be fair. Be fair. But yeah, man, that's all that's my episode for today. You know, Coolin with the Completist, man. Just remember, man, to love yourself and love your family. Don't stress about the shit that you can't control. Please don't. You know, and have a happy holidays, man. We got Christmas around the corner. I got to do my Christmas episode. You know what I mean? My brother's birthday just passed. My older brother's birthday just passed on the 15th. My younger brother's birthday is coming in less than a week. Happy birthday to both of them. Love them both dearly. You know, and my younger son's birthday coming December 10th. Just wanted to say that just in case I don't have an episode on those days, man. But either way, love y'all, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. We're Coolin with the Completist, episode 64. Love yourself, love your family. Don't stress about shit you can't control. Yeah, man. Happy holidays. Peace.